Welcome back. Alex Slovak here. I had a dream about a Red Dawn scenario. You remember the movie Red Dawn? It was a 1984, height of the Cold War propaganda classic. Starring Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze and a couple other, mainstays in the 80s. Uh, the plot of that movie was Russian, Cuban, Central and South American troops parachute into a Colorado town, and they they shoot the teacher and a couple of the kids, and um, a couple of the guys get away with Patrick Swayze. The rest of the town gets put into like a POW type camp, and then they start the Wolverines, and then they start doing like the guerrilla warfare tactics, and um, yeah. Um, but it just related to right now. It kind of feels like we're in the very beginning of the original 1984 Red Dawn, except we haven't been invaded yet. We got 20 million illegal immigrant unvetted already inside America. They don't even need parachutes; they're already here. Um, and then you factor in what Big Brother, the federal government's actions lately, and obviously we've been in a surveillance state since 2001. Censorship is at an all-time high. Journalism is now a crime almost. Um, the overturning of the Posse Comitatus Act of 1863 with Department of Defense 5240.01, which allows the U.S. military to use lethal force on U.S. citizens on U.S. soil. That was passed September 27th of this year. And it basically allows the military to get called in to work with the state and local law enforcement if threats of violence or assumption of violence, or they expect something, protests, whatever it is, Kent State, whatever. Careful, college kids. Okay. Um, and then if you factor in that 5240, um, Obama made an executive order in his last term, 1033. It basically um, allows the government to indefinitely detain someone, like at Guantanamo Bay. And that, I don't know, it's kind of scary. Then you got 90,000 new IRS agents that are armed. The vaccine mandates made a lot of people, the military, leave or forced out. Um, the COVID lockdowns, the economy is doing really bad. We got the most homelessness ever in America currently. More overdose deaths in the last 20 years than like the last 4 or 5 conflicts combined, at minimum. Um, then you look at our government, FEMA's reaction to natural disasters. There is almost as big a disaster. Um, and then you think about the Brics coalition of Russia, China, India, Iran, Brazil, and there's a few other countries. But basically, it's like 3.5 billion people at minimum, and now they're probably going to have more money than all the G7 countries. It's going to be weird. If you factor in that with the mandates, the military is already low, the recruitment rate's at an all-time low. Um, all 18 to 26-year-old male and females now have to sign up for selective service. It's the first time for women. They want to bring back the draft that was last used from Vietnam. It's kind of scary. Just think about it. Last summer, there was Chinese balloons that were definitely not spy balloons. I mean, they definitely didn't get shot down over the Carolinas or something, right? And nobody talked about it. It's not a big deal, apparently. We got Russian submarines off the coast of Cuba. There was Chinese and Russian ships and planes doing drills real close to a port in Alaska. I mean, listen, I'm not saying Red Dawn's going to happen, but I mean, just keep your head on a swivel. You never know. There's 20 million people. I don't know where they came from. What are you doing? Why? I don't know. Taking over apartment buildings. I don't know. But with all the stuff going on, it's really hard to keep up, right? And I don't know why I dreamt about Red Dawn. I liked Red Dawn. It was a great movie in the '80s, right? Don't watch the updated one. It's not that good. Um, so is the government like sabotaging themselves? Um, are is there a coup incoming by the military? Is Brics going to destroy the U.S. dollar? Do you think? Do you think a Red Dawn scenario is possible? We got less than a fortnight to election day. Um, the truth is stranger than fiction. Uh, I don't know. I mean, listen, we had a corporation that let off a chemical bomb in East Palestine, Ohio, that affected 22 other states. And what happened to that company? Did anybody go to jail? Did anybody go to jail when the Enron stole everybody's 401k and retirement plan? Nobody went. Like one guy did 6 months somewhere. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. Um, Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, Nike swoosh. Just do it. Okay, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, like, subscribe, all that. Um, so like I said, hopefully I'm a liar and nothing happens. Okay, until the next one. Peace.